In the interest of giving everyone a glimpse into the day-to-day work of the Center for Interfaith Relations, we present to you the first in a series of seasonal updates, summed up in our mission of many faiths, one heart, common action. It was a busy fall for the CIR team, in between organizing and planning our May 2016 Festival of Faiths. We started in September with a meeting under Louisville's Big Four Bridge for the International Day of Nonviolence, hosted by the Drepung Gomang Center for Engaging Compassion. Ann Walter introduced the event. Sarah Reed Harris, Managing Director of the Center for Interfaith Relations, spoke about the themes of the upcoming May 2016 Festival of Faiths.
I'm very pleased to announce that our theme for next year's festival is a dialogue on circumstances today that breed violence in this community and sacred and spiritual responses that are used to transform violence into love.
October 15th, the center team traveled to Salt Lake City for the Parliament of the World's Religions, assembling 10,000 people from 80 nations and 50 faiths. A monumental interfaith gathering of plenaries, workshops, lectures, exhibits, films, and much more devoted to cultivating harmony among the world's religious and spiritual communities. Many famous speakers, faith and thought leaders, and activists were in attendance, including a number of past and potential festival speakers, from Karen Armstrong to Tariq Ramadan, Jane Goodall, Jim Wallace, Alan Bosak, Vandana Shiva.
If we want a peaceful and viable world, we have to incarnate in our daily lives, all day and every day, what the scriptures teach in terms of respect for others. All the great world religions and texts teach the golden rule: never treat others as you would not like to be treated yourself, and insist that you cannot confine this to your own congenial group. You have to reach beyond, to reach out to all tribes and nations, says the Quran. Love even your enemies, said Jesus.
Mayor Fisher spoke on 2 panel sessions at the Parliament. Chief Steve Conrad participated in a compassionate policing panel discussion. The city of Louisville was recognized by the Charter for Compassion as a model compassionate city for the 4th year in a row. The Center for Interfaith Relations honored Mayor Fisher with a reception for his work on compassion. The event was attended by a number of mayors nationwide, as well as Louisville faith and community leaders, including Muhammad Babar from the Louisville Islamic Center and Ellen Crutcher. The center team had a chance to talk with Karen Armstrong, the mayor of Salt Lake City, and others.
We're very proud of our Festival of Faiths. It's held every May, and a lot of y'all have been. We got a lot of leaders here, but if you haven't been, please come. It's kind of an intimate version of what's taking place with the Parliament right now, and it allows you to connect with people in a really deep and meaningful way that really, hopefully, can change your all's life.
Back in Louisville at the River Road Mosque, a compassionate Louisville town meeting convened to gather and exchange ideas for future multi-faith responses to attacks on religious communities like the graffiti incident at the mosque in September. The whole CIR team attended and contributed to the discussions and brainstorming.
Let's see what we can do. Let's see what ideas we can come up with. And there are many, and looking around the room, I know everyone's coming from a different place. So everyone will be able to bring something to the table, and hopefully, as we say in Arabic, inshallah, God willingly, we will be able to move forward positively from this gathering and from this meeting.
This was followed by the Sunday Love is Louisville community lunch at the mosque, where the mosque leadership welcomed Louisvillians to gather and break bread together as thanks for their incredible support in these trying times. Sarah Harris, our managing director, was interviewed by a visiting film crew from Pakistan who are in town interviewing many people for an interfaith documentary. We ended the month by participating in a retreat with two extraordinary teachers, Anand Thupten Rinpoche and Elizabeth Mattis Namgyal, hosted by the Drepung Gomang Center for Engaging Compassion with the Center for Interfaith Relations partnering. It started with a talk at St. Matthew's Episcopal Church, followed by a 3-day retreat at the Drepung Gomang Center. Their topic was embodying compassion and opening our hearts. It was a tremendous opportunity brought to us by Festival Chair Owsley Brown III, which offered insight into profound practices to open our hearts to include suffering and deepen opportunities to embody compassion. And finally, in November, we continued our series of conversations on meaning as we partnered with the Community Foundation of Louisville for a conversation on faith and philanthropy at Simmons College. The panelists were Kevin Cosby, Senior Pastor of St. Stephen Church and President of Simmons College of Kentucky, Muhammad Babar from the Louisville Islamic Center, and Galia R. Rooks, Senior Rabbi of the Temple in Louisville, moderated by Dr. John Davis from Bellarmine University.
When we're not planning the Festival of Faiths, we are looking for opportunities to partner with thoughtful and engaged organizations in our community, like the Louisville Community Foundation, and to engage in interfaith dialogue on matters of contemporary concern. We call these dialogues conversations on meaning.
Whew! You can check out some of this content, as well as watch all of our previous year's Festival of Faith sessions on our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook for news and events. And that about wraps it up for the seasonal update, letting you know what we do the rest of the year. Thank you, and see you next time.